Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning Canadian English. This is episode 37. I'm Jen.
And I'm Mike. It's great to be with you all again.
Today, we have a very practical topic, especially for anyone who is new to Toronto or planning to move here.
That's right. We are talking about public transportation, specifically how to use or how to navigate the TTC in Toronto as a newcomer. Navigate here means to find your way around.
The TTC can feel a little confusing at first. We both know that from experience. So today, we want to share our stories and give you some simple tips to make your journeys much easier.
Definitely. So, Jen, let's go back. What was your very first impression of the TTC when you moved here from China?
Oh, my first impression was the subway. I came from a city with a big subway system, but I remember going down into a Toronto station for the first time and thinking, where do I go? There were signs and maps everywhere. It was a bit overwhelming.
I understand that. For me, it was the streetcars.
Oh, right. They look like trains on the street.
Exactly. In India, we have buses and trains, but not streetcars. I saw this long vehicle moving down the middle of the road connected to wires above. I was so confused. I thought, is that a bus? Is it a train? I had no idea how to get on it.
That's a very common experience. So let's clarify for our listeners. The TTC stands for the Toronto Transit Commission. It is the company that runs all the public transit in the city.
And it has three main types of vehicles: the subway, which is the underground train, the streetcars, the train-like vehicles on major streets, and the buses, which go everywhere else.
Right. So the first step to using any of these is paying your fare. Mike, what is the most important thing to have for this?
The magic key to the city. It's called a PRESTO card. P-R-E-S-T-O. It's a green plastic card that you load money onto, and you just tap it to pay for your ride.
And you really do need one. It's the easiest and cheapest way to travel. You can buy a Presto card at any subway station from a machine or at a Shoppers Drug Mart store.
Yeah, and once you have the card, you need to add money to it. This is called loading your card. You can do this at the same machines in the subway station, or you can do it online on the Presto website.
I recommend setting up auto load. This means when your card balance gets low, it automatically adds more money from your bank account, so you never have to worry about running out of money on your card.
That's a great tip. Auto load is very convenient. Now, Jen, let's talk about one of the best features of using Presto, the transfer. This was a concept that was new to me.
Yes, the 2-hour transfer is amazing. Let me explain it simply. When you tap your Presto card to pay, you start a 2-hour timer.
For the next 2 hours, you can get on and off any TTC bus, streetcar, or subway as many times as you want in any direction, and you don't have to pay again. It is all included in your first payment.
This is so useful. You can take the subway, then a bus, then a streetcar, all for one price. You just have to remember to tap your card every time you get on a new vehicle.
Exactly. In the subway, you tap to get through the gates. On a bus or streetcar, there is a green Presto machine near the door where you tap your card.
It's important to know you can also tap your credit card or debit card to pay now, but the 2-hour transfer works best and most reliably with a Presto card, so we recommend getting the card.
Okay, so now we know how to pay. Let's talk about the different vehicles, starting with the subway, the underground train.
Right. The subway system might look complicated on a map, but it's actually quite simple.
There are 4 main lines. Line 1 is the yellow line, which makes a big U shape. Line 2 is the green line, which goes east and west across the city.
Yeah, and then there are two smaller lines, Line 3, the Blue Line in Scarborough, and Line 4, the Purple Line along Shepherd Avenue. Most newcomers will use Line 1 and Line 2 the most.
The most important vocabulary you need in the subway is about direction.
Yes, this is crucial. You need to know if you are going northbound, southbound, eastbound, or westbound. That means north, south, east, or west. When you enter a station, the signs will tell you which platform is for which direction.
So, before you tap your card and go through the gate, look at a map and decide which direction you need to go. For example, if you are at Bloor Station and want to go to Union Station, you need to go southbound on Line 1.
That's a perfect example. Okay, next up, the streetcars, my old enemy.
Haha, yes. Streetcars run on major streets, mostly downtown. Famous routes include the 501 Queen and the 504 King streetcar.
The key difference with streetcars is that you wait for them at a stop on the street, sometimes on a raised platform, and you can get on through any door. You don't have to use the front door.
Right. This is called all-door boarding. Just get on and find a PRESTO machine to tap your card. Like the subway, you also need to know the direction, usually eastbound or westbound.
And finally, we have the buses. The bus network is huge. Buses connect the subway stations to all the neighborhoods in the city.
If you don't live near a subway station, you will probably take a bus to get to one.
With buses, the rule is simple. You get on at the front door, tap your Presto card at the machine next to the driver, and you exit from the back doors.
And how do you get the bus to stop? This is a very important skill.
Yes, to signal that you want to get off at the next stop, you need to press the red stop button on the poles or pull the yellow cord that runs along the windows. You'll hear a ding and a stop requested sign will light up at the front. Do this about 1 block before your actual stop.
That's a great practical tip. Okay, we've covered payment and the 3 types of vehicles. What about technology? Are there any apps that can help?
Oh, absolutely. Using a transit app on your phone is a game changer. It makes things so much less stressful. You can use Google Maps or Apple Maps, which have TTC information built in.
There are also apps specifically for transit, like one called Transit or another called Rocketman.
These apps are amazing because they show you where your bus or streetcar is in real time. Real time means you see its exact location right now, so you know if it's coming in 2 minutes or 10 minutes. It really helps with planning.
Totally. No more waiting in the cold for a bus that is late. The last thing we should talk about is etiquette. These are the polite, unwritten rules of riding the TTC.
Good point. What's number 1 on your list?
For me, it's letting people get off the vehicle before you try to get on. Stand to the side of the doors to make space for people exiting. Then you can board.
That's a big one. Also, move to the back of the bus or streetcar after you get on. Don't stand by the door because that blocks other people from getting on.
Yes, and be aware of your bags. If you have a big backpack, take it off and hold it, or put it on the floor so you don't hit people with it.
And of course, give up your seat for people who might need it more, like elderly people, pregnant women, or someone with a disability. There are blue seats at the front called priority seating for this.
That's right. One last tip, and this one is about safety. On buses, late at night, between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m., there is a program called Request Stop. Speaking of accessibility, the TTC has been working to make the system easier to use for everyone. For example, all buses have ramps for wheelchairs and strollers, and they can also lower themselves to make it easier to get on.
Oh yeah, this is a great service. It means you can ask the driver to stop the bus anywhere along the route, not just at the official bus stops. This way, you can get off closer to your home if you feel unsafe walking.
It's a wonderful feature. Wow, we covered a lot of ground today.
We did, so let's summarize the key takeaways. First, get a Presto card. It's the easiest way to pay.
Second, understand the 2-hour transfer. Tap your card on every vehicle and enjoy unlimited rides for 2 hours.
Third, learn the directions: northbound, southbound, eastbound, westbound, and use the transit app on your phone to see real-time schedules.
And finally, be polite and aware of others. Follow the basic rules of etiquette.
My best advice is just to try it. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Take a short trip on the subway or a bus on a weekend when it's not busy. You will learn very quickly.
That's the best way to learn. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening to episode 37 of Learning Canadian English.
Join us next time when we'll be talking about another interesting part of life in Canada. Bye for now.